Hello everybody, my name is Cilantro. Welcome back to Let's Play TerraFirmaCraft. I had just gotten some sluices set up last episode. This episode I decided to go out and check on my, well it's not really mine, but this tree right here. And looks like the fruit is all ready. So I think it's time to harvest. And yep, sure enough, lemon! Woohoo! Alright, so this is a lemon tree. Let me see if I can, yes, there we go. I'll try to harvest all these before I do anything else. Quite a bit. After I've done finished harvesting these, I'm going to try to chop and get some saplings to expand my lemon empire. I did do a little digging after I found this tree. I came back out here and saw that it was harvestable, so I went and did some digging. Turns out that this is only really harvestable for a single month, so if I hadn't come out here around this time, I would have missed it. So I'm glad that I came out, because I would have really hated missing out on... Oh, we're about to get an entirely full stack. Wow, fruit trees are amazing then. That's ridiculous. Looks like I'm going to need to... jump up here to grab the rest of these. I got a few blocks of it yet. Yeah, wow, we actually completely maxed out. Well, let's eat for a little bit. Let's change it back to, okay, we are in hard yet. I have a habit sometimes when I'm doing grindy stuff and not really paying attention to the game, I will change it to peaceful. I'm sure a couple of you guys are wondering why it keeps ending up as peaceful. I used to always play on hard, like literally all the time, but it's just not that important to do that to me. Do that right now. I mean, when I'm actually playing and recording, I like for it to be on hard for sure, but otherwise, I'm just not overly concerned about it. Okay, so now that we have that done, it looks like my axe is going to break. Also got some flint from some things. I want to cut these and hopefully get a sapling. That is a lemon tree sapling. Excellent. Okay, and that right there. And we are 3 for 3. Nice. Okay, so for next year, quite a ways away, but for next year, I will at least have a sapling, a couple saplings for lemon trees. That's good. All right, so I'm going to head back to my base, and we're going to check out how the sluices have been going, and I'll talk a little bit about those. So I don't recall from last episode whether or not I actually got the sluice going or not, so I'll just give a quick rundown of how they work. Basically, you have running water that goes to the very edge, has to be pretty much the end of it. Then you put the sluice blocks down, and then in front of it there has to be a drop-off. And then you'll see the water running over it, and then that is how you know that the sluice is working. So got a zombie here. Okay, good. It took 3 hits to kill him. Man, that is a very long death sound. Okay, so once you've got those going, you can throw gravel into the sluice, and then that gravel will just filter through, and there's a chance that you get some sort of a resource from it, and that's just how it works. So, that's what I've been doing. I did go out and hard. You can also do sand. Sand has a higher chance of getting a mineral. Now, the material that you get is only stuff that you can actually find within a certain radius. So there's a chance you may not get anything, and there's always the chance that you're gonna end up hitting a lot of stuff, which would be really nice. And maybe I bit off more than I could chew by attacking that zombie, because now we're going to have to fight a couple more here. Better go fetch this. Get my javelins back. Hey there, buddy. Oh. Oh. Finish him off, and we're out of javelins again. These things just do not last very long. I'm going to have to make myself a copper hammer or sword or something. Mace. It's an actual weapon. Scary zombies. Okay, so anyway, the problem is that it uses first of all, it needs water, and it uses essentially the same exhaustion mechanic that gold panning does. So and you can actually use a gold pan to dump things in there. So when you go to harvest something, so let me actually just grab some sand here. The chunk that you are sluicing in, as it were, will become exhausted. Exactly the same way that if you were gold panning, that would become exhausted. So you kind of have to constantly be moving sluices around, and more sluices just means faster exhaustion rate. But it can be kind of used to get a rough indication on where certain minerals may be. For example, I haven't gotten any copper from this, so I can use it as a sort of way to, well, really just to be able to prospect as well. So yeah, if I put the sand down here and grab it from the gold pan. Okay, yeah, this area is already overworked, so I will no longer be able to get anything, even though I literally just set this area up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a bunch of sluicing stations sort of just all around in areas on the coasts of these places and just fill them up every day when I go exploring. I still think I need to do prospecting, but this will at least give me an opportunity to find out where ores and such are available. I do still have that deposit of sphalerite, which I still need to get deeper into. I also know how to make... I know a little bit more about how mining works in terms of whether or not cave-ins can happen. And I think I'm going to make some ladders. So, yeah, I'll be back when something else happens. So I just noticed this is actually kind of handy. It actually tells you when somewhere is overworked. So I guess I don't have to worry so much about that. I actually think I'm going to go explore that cave. It just hit daytime, and the cave that I was in before, I was a little worried about going in there because of my lack of ladders, and I was afraid of not being able to get back out. Also, there's some gravel over here that I'd like to get, because gravel is primarily what you want to be sending through your sluice. So I think while I'm here, I'm going to try to dig up some of the gravel that's along the walls. And if I do get stuck down here, I at least have the option to ladder my way back out. One other interesting thing, and I forget who it was that left a comment, but thank you very much. You can actually relight torches with a torch, which is very handy. Very handy indeed. Let's see here. Can I ladder? Where's the cheapest way or cheapest place to ladder down? I guess it'd be right here. So let's do that. Let's see if we can... Alright, took a little bit of damage. Was that my footstep or somebody else's footstep? I can't tell. Okay. So here's the hope. And I believe that the only way a cave-in can happen is if you're mining up. Spooby, as it were. I think that's the only way it can happen. I hope they don't just randomly happen, although I would imagine if, gravel and such were to fall, then it possibly could. Alright, so a big pile of nothing over here. But I'd rather know than not know. So let's head over to the other direction of this cave system here. Save these. I can take them with me. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. I don't remember if I noticed that before. That's really neat. Okay, so big pile of nothing. Figures. But that's okay. If I do want to mine horizontally, and actually, you know what I should do while I'm down here? Let's prospect. See if there is some minerals nearby. I can always start digging. So we'll take a look. I mean, why not? That's why we have the pick. Okay, so nothing. So that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to head back to my base, gather up some sluices, and start distributing them through the world. Okay, so I'm not that far from my home. My home is right over there, just kind of around the coast. Draw distance isn't quite showing it. The sun's about to go down. I've got a interesting little thing that I just set up. So I decided to have the water flow through to here and fork off in three different directions. The reason I'm doing this is because the sluice is chunk-based. This allows me to work 3 chunks, essentially, in a pretty darn small area. If I had done it slightly different, I actually could probably do 4 chunks in a small area, which I may do for the next setup, but for now, this will do fine. That way, this particular station, as it were, will last a little longer than it otherwise would have, if that makes any sense. So I got that one there, and I just went ahead and used F3 to check the chunk boundaries. If you can see the X column where it says X3917, 13 is the position within the chunk, if I remember right. So I could figure it out other ways by marking off where I'm getting exhaustion from panning and so on, but I'm way too lazy for that. So there is a in-game way to determine chunks with this mod. I could theoretically do that, but the time to extrapolate would take too long. Therefore, I'm going to take the shortcut. There, I just rationalized my pseudo cheating. Okay. So anyway, these are going to do their sluicing thing, and hopefully find something. Man, the material grind in this mod is real, to say the least. Also, while I'm out doing this, I'm also going to be prospecting, so I will keep you apprised of any potential discoveries. And it's raining again, unsurprising. I also did look into the leather making process. I'm pretty close to being able to do it. I need to find a certain type of rock to be able to make flux, which I can then use to make lime water, which I can then use to soak the hides. And that's one of the processes, which I don't think I have access to that. I'm pretty sure these are done. Let me use my hoe to find out. Hit the M button here. Yep, done, done, done. Excellent. All right. So, gimme. Good, good. Sweet, soybeans get. And that's protein. I'm glad that of all the crops that I got soybeans, which I think may be the only crop that actually is protein. So I'm pretty sure all this farmland is very quickly becoming stripped of its nutrients. So I guess I'll plant them here. I eventually will likely be able to fertilize places with various blocks. I'm not exactly sure how, but I'm sure eventually that technology will become available to me. Those are coming along nicely. These have not regrown yet. I don't think any of these have regrown yet either, which they may be out of season, so they may just look cool for a while. Eventually I will make an actual garden. I really want to start building proper things, but what I want to do is I want to get a scythe. That's one of my next big goals, because that'll allow me to collect saplings, so I'll feel a lot less guilty about just mass chopping trees down. I'll also likely make a copper axe as well, or some other alloy, so I have a much better tool for chopping trees down, otherwise it's going to take a million years. But I will be making a log cabin with some stone flooring soon enough. So let's go out and set up some more sluices. Alrighty, in the midst of this thunderstorm, I finished the construction of my second sluice area. Wow, this is loud. My base is right over there, and that ravine that I've been sort of exploring is like right there. So we're not... What's that? It's like a skeleton or something with armor. I don't know. But yeah, it's done 4 different chunks, which is really nice. So hopefully these will produce something. Oh my god. Hey, some bismuth and bismuth, I believe, is part of making bronze, which is a higher tier metal than copper. So hopefully I can at least do that, even if I do have to go panning for copper again. So anyway, I'm going to go make some javelins, as I used all of them to fend off some zombies today, and go set up some more sluices. Come at me, bros! So apparently these actually pierce and can do damage to multiple mobs. I'm getting massive AoE damage in here. Also running out of javelins. Man, they are loud. Did you guys drop me anything cool? That one guy had a pickaxe. I doubt that would be cool enough to actually drop it for me. Naturally not. I went ahead and napped up a bunch of javelin heads, but it's not even going to last very long. These things do not have very much durability at all. Alright, let's check our sluices here. Okay, sphalerite. Nothing. And bismuth. Okay, so I'm getting lots of sphalerite and bismuth. I have not run into any copper at all yet in my... that is not good. That is not good at all. Because that's what I need. None of these other materials really matter without copper. If I don't have copper, I don't have... well, anything. I can't progress. I can't make any other materials as far as I know. None of them work. At this tech level, I have to expand past and learn more. You know, get like a higher tier anvil, which I don't even have an anvil yet, but get like a higher tier anvil, stuff like that. So, also some of my berries were done when I just picked them, so I didn't think it was really worth recording an entire segment for that, but they're done. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do some prospecting now that I have a couple of these things set up. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Well, the good news is I found some more minerals. The bad news is it's not copper. It's more zinc. I just found some sphalerite right there. Traces only. But I did find some. My prospector's pick is almost... actually, it's over halfway done. Still no copper. So, yeah. Nope. I'm going to head back out. Wish me luck. And even more sphalerite, really close to my base. Just over this hill is my base, so that's good. And even more sphalerite. Now that's something that's a little different. I just found some native silver, which appears to be actually relatively either a huge deposit or relatively close to the surface. Let me see if I can actually make silver bars, and if they're useful for tools, or if this is something I'm going to need later. So, naturally, it turns out you can't make silver tools. Silver is used for black bronze, which is a tier 2 material, which takes silver, gold, and copper. So, part of a tool, but not the base. Well, here I found a very large sample of sphalerite, very close to the silver. Silver's like right down there, and here's the sphalerite. And still no copper. And my pickaxe is almost broken. So then I'm going to head back to panning. I just checked my, what you want to call it? I don't even know what that. I'm really frustrated right now. The slanty thing that makes stuff. And no such luck. No copper over there. So yeah, the journey continues. Well, I suppose the good news is that the materials that I am getting can be used in alloys that involve copper. Even to the point where I can use 50% copper and 50% some other metals to make usable tools. In fact, higher tier tools. So progress is being made. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm being really stifled right now. It's incredibly frustrating not to be able to find any copper at all. To that end, I'm going to explore this other ravine. This is sort of on the other side of the little bay where my home is. My home's like right there. So I'm going to drop down here. Well, I'm not going to drop down here, but I'm going to try to climb down here. I need to find somewhere that looks secure. It's not going to cave in on me. And ladder my way down here. So maybe I'll try... yeah, none of these places really look all that appealing to try to go down here. What if I dig down a little bit without this collapsing in on me? At least a couple blocks. Let's try this. See how this goes. Okay. Should be able to hopefully get back up now. Guess we'll find out. I don't know what I expect to see here. I highly doubt I'll see any exposed ore, but you never know. Does this continue on? Nope. So another big pile of nothing. I guess I'm just going to have to make a prospector's pick. Well, at least this time when I make a prospector's pick, it'll be a higher quality one. Because I'm going to have a... it's a little scary. Because I am going to have a an alloy that will make a more powerful metal. I'm going to get out of here. So, yep, be right back. Alright, I did a little bit of panning. Thankfully, it didn't take too long. And I got 5 native copper nuggets, 10 units each. I have 2 bismuthinite and 3 sphalerite. So, between these 10 groups of ore, equaling 100 units, should, hopefully, give me a bismuth bronze after I'm done baking it. So we're going to do that, and I'll come back and hopefully have a bismuth bronze prospector's pick, and maybe finally find some copper. And bam! Not bad. Okay, well, back out to the grindstone. Trying to do some more prospecting. This is new. Graphite. No idea what that actually does for me. I'm going to have to look that up. Meantime, I'm just going to put a little... Actually, a dirt thing's not going to help, because it's going to turn to grass and I'll have no idea what it is. I'm going to drop some torches here. They won't stay lit forever, but at least they'll have the remnants of the torch for me to spot at a later date. Alright, off I go. So, I have spent entirely too much time going out, and I have sluiced up my entire island as much as I can, and have found pretty much nothing. It's very disheartening. I did find a little bit, as you can see. I do have a couple, but unfortunately it's off of, it's on an island that's sort of separated from the place, tiny little island. I tried prospecting the area underneath it quite a bit, and just didn't find anything viable. So before I decided to completely give up on this playthrough, I decided to up my draw distance and look around a little bit, and I found that. Another island. Not too far off. So this is sort of on the far corner. My original, or my base is over there, and the other island is over there. So I'm kind of in the far corner of my explored territory, but that's definitely land. I can see trees from here. Land to be explored. I've already made a boat, so I'm going to head over there and see what I find. Oh, that's kind of cool. The boat actually looks like the same color as the planks I used to make it. That's kind of neat. Hopefully I can save the boat and not actually have it be destroyed. I actually had already discovered this. I put an arrow, a giant arrow on this land here to make sure that I wouldn't get lost. But I had to try. I had to play it up for the camera. So let's how do you get out of a boat? Help. I don't remember how you get out of a boat. Why can I not get out of the boat? That's not good. All right. Well, anyway, I'll be exploring the land, and I'll show you what I find. Well, not very far from the island, I already found something new. This sort of different color of sand and some berry bushes. So let's grab those. And what are you? You are a different type of rock as well. And that is a skeleton. I'm gonna grab these and go run away and take a look at what they are. Also, I nearly died. There's this sort of somewhat innocuous looking thing here that leads right into a ravine. Make sure that skeleton doesn't end up shooting me. So hopefully I'll be okay. I haven't had a chance to really use my prospector's pick much here yet either. I literally just arrived and found that. Galena, still more stuff I don't need. Medium sample of Galena. Piggy. Probably kill him and take his food if I need it. Traces of Galena. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, my place has been cut off. What are you? You are rock salt. Those are blackberries. Nice. Okay. That's good. Because I believe I can eventually make a quern, which is a sort of hand stone mill type thing. I can grind that up into salt and use that to preserve meats and possibly other food. Excellent. Holy crap, my inventory is loaded right now. So yeah, I'm going to go do some more exploring, probably when the sun comes up, and we'll see what we find. I don't believe it. I literally don't believe it. I've been sort of coasting around the coast, trying not to get spotted too much, and tetrahedrite. And yes, that is copper. Huge sense of relief. And it looks like it's a large sample. So, what are you? Are you tetrahedrite? You are tetrahedrite. Okay. So I may be able to triangulate this to find the biggest portion of it. Hopefully without dying. Oh god, please tell me I didn't look at him. That's good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna probably set up a camp here and start mining when it's a little safer. Because I'm exploring at night and I still don't even have any armor or anything. Well, we found it. We found some copper. I'm almost in complete disbelief that we found it, but we did find some, and it seems to be relatively close to the surface as well. So I'll be back when the sun is shining, and we will start the excavation process. Alright, I managed to sort of juke and jive my way around here, ninja'd in and out, got some trees clipped out before the sun really started coming up. Now that it is, the place is actually relatively clear, so that's good. Let me try to dig out a nice little clearing here. I actually don't know what the ideal method is for mining, if it's better to sort of completely strip off all the land, or if it's better just to tunnel straight down and hope for the best. It should be relatively close. I tried to do the best without burning too much of my durability to find relatively close area to the center for where this is. Okay, we're still only getting large. Alright, starting to hit gravel. Let's see if I can't just go straight down now, or at an angle down, I should say. Still large. And my shovel broke. I'm actually just about out of time for this episode, so I think what I'm going to do in between episodes is I'm going to just get to the copper. And then we'll do that. Also, I was looking, and it's actually already October in-game. So I believe I have all of October and then all of November as autumn, I hope. Because I think it says late autumn when it gets to that point. And after that, it's going to be winter already. So I'm going to have to go around and lay in as many supplies as I can for the winter. But that'll be next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. We found copper.